We are back, motherfuckers! Yes, HammerFall will have a brand new studio album out early next year. This is now official. Uh, Hi, everybody. I'm Oscar from HammerFall, guitar player. And I'm gonna introduce some things about the recordings and talk about a little bit what went into making this album. Um, no titles, no nothing yet. We're gonna keep that. Well, you have to wait a little bit longer for that. But uh, eventually, when well, let's just say you're gonna get some information very soon about that. But yeah, COVID obviously fucked up life for a lot of us. I hope you guys are happy and healthy. We have tried to stay as healthy and as happy as possible, and one thing that we could do that by was working on a new album, which is what we have done since March this year, I think. So obviously we started writing songs a lot sooner than that. I actually started writing songs. Um, Yeah, well, some parts on this album is older, but the first, I guess, first you can say is he started writing songs during the vocal recordings for Dominion. When Joachim was recording his vocals for the previous album, Dominion, I set up my stuff and I just started, caught the creativity bug when it happened, basically. So parts of that, we can talk more about that later on when I can reveal what parts and what songs and all that stuff. But even a couple of songs were even older than that. Like I said, two songs were already before Dominion for that session, but I decided to hold them back because we felt that they needed more spotlight than they would have gotten if they came at the tail end of the Dominion recording. So we pulled them back and brought them out for this one, and I'm really glad we did. I can tell you guys that you will be really glad we did too once you hear everything. It's going to be a bit cryptic today, but I'm going to talk about as much things as I can. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures just to be, just to have something going here. As usual, David recorded the drums in tremendous fashion. We were recorded here in Castle Black Studios, where I am right now, as a matter of fact. Um, and that's what we have done since Revolution was the first album. So for quite a few albums now, it suits us really well. It's just great to have a place where you can record on your own time and not have to worry about if another band is going to come into the studio or whatever happens during the recordings. You can always adjust for time since we don't have it's our own studio basically. So that's great. As you can see, David is looking meaner than usual. He was not having a great warm up for this. He was really sick, not COVID, but really sick for 2 weeks, I think. Like so sick he couldn't practice even. So we had to postpone actually his starting time with a week. But man, that was a good thing that we did that because he delivered on the drums this time. Fuck, it was so good. I know he was a bit, as you always are when you create something, you're not sure what is it good, is it bad, how is it? But I'm hoping that he can appreciate the drumming for what it is right now, which is fucking fantastic. And of course, we celebrate it always with a Coors Light. That's the only beer that's always on hand here in the studio. Those of you who watched me before do this, you know that I really like Coors Light, so I keep at least a carton of those on hand always. Um, Next up was recording bass, and well, actually recording bass and guitar. We do both those simultaneously. But you can see Joachim in the background too. There, he was down for a little bit just to check things out. But David was not here anymore then, and unfortunately for this recording, all five members of HammerFall were not present at the same time, which is a bit sad. But I mean, that's a pandemic for you. You know, that's what it is. It is what it is, as they say. We managed to create a pretty good atmosphere anyway. This is Pontus, of course, doing a solo or something. I don't know. He's practicing something, it seems like. Um, and yeah, this is me. I wanted to use that. I bought this Gibson Flying V. I mean, normally I always record with my Sandberg, so that's what I recorded the whole album with, as usual. But I bought this last year, and it took a year for it to come here to Sweden. It's a reissue, anniversary reissue classic of the '70s Gibson Flying V. I just wanted to have one for my collection. I always wanted to have one since before I even started playing guitar. And as you know, with Gibson, they're really good at feedback. So that's what I use for. That's why I'm kneeling in front of the cabinet there. You can see it created some feedback. You'll find that out as well uh, once you hear the full album eventually. And what did I say? We celebrated with a chorus light because now all the strings were done, string instruments, and then we had the vocals left, of course. And the vocals is a chapter by itself. Because normally we have, since 10 years we have recorded together with James Michaels in Los Angeles. Due to the pandemic, the people in the EU were not allowed to enter the US at this time, and there were no end in sight on that ban for us. So we couldn't. We held out as long as we could, but we had a really good plan B, or another plan A, maybe you could say, which was this guy, Jacob Hansen in Denmark, because we could actually travel to Denmark to record this. And Jacob is a guy that we have met once before, only briefly, and we didn't really know him, but it was a really, really nice, nice atmosphere in his studio. He's got a really, really cool studio down there in Ribe, as they call it, in Denmark. It's a small countryside town in Denmark. Uh, of course, as with everything, since we didn't know each other and they didn't know each other, it was a feeling out process in the first couple of days just to get to know each other, really. But once that was set, the sound was set, and everything was cool. Uh, yeah, Joachim delivered, as you can see here. It's a very, very powerful picture. Uh, I mean, from the drums to the guitars, the bass and the vocals, everything just, we definitely captured the live energy that we haven't been able to get an outlet for basically since February of 2020. The longest time we've ever been without without playing live is now is ridiculous. Uh, at least without at least voluntarily, I should say, because this was highly involuntary. But that's the way of the world right now. So we just dealt with it. But all that adrenaline, all that excitement that you get from playing live, uh, we managed to capture that in the studio from everybody. And I think that's what makes this album so raw and so powerful. Sorry, just took a sip of my voice is a little bit cracking up, I hear. And of course, like I said before, we this was the most members at any given time that we were in the studio. So we're missing David, obviously. We had he couldn't take a day off from work, unfortunately, to go with us because it was a couple of days actually the trip down there. But Frederick and Pontus came down towards the end, and I believe Pontus did some backing vocals. Frederick had already done some before that in Sweden. So yeah, this is it's a very happy band here. I think Jacob is happy too. He put his sort of magic touch on everything, and it turned out fucking awesome. This is before sorry, yes, no. Here we are celebrating. This is how Joachim celebrates. He doesn't really drink Coors Light very much. I don't think he hates it, but he doesn't. He prefers obviously this champagne. I think it's a bottle of, I don't know, Cristal maybe. We had some special bottle there to celebrate. I don't remember what that was actually. Um, and Finally, obviously, you have the mixing process, which was done. I forgot to mention this, but Fredrik Nordström, he was in the picture when David was finished in the celebratory picture for David. Fredrik Nordström is, of course, involved in the production. He's producing the drums and setting the sound for the guitars together with us, and of course, mixing. And I know he told me something cool or funny or great actually. During the record, when we recorded the drums, we were doing the guitars, and he came up and just listened to everything for a second, and he said, "Fuck, I'm getting a bit of uh, like I'm feeling the pressure now because you guys have stepped it up quite a bit, like a couple of notches. I'm feeling pressure on myself now to also do that." And that was great because that pushed him to really deliver, and he did a fucking fantastic job. So this album is really well, we're very happy with how everything is. Let's put it that way. So yeah, that was little bit about the recordings. We have worked hard over this year. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm having a mustache like this, it's not my new look. It's my November look, or my Movember look rather. We got to deal with my girlfriend. She doesn't like me in a mustache, so but I have managed to um, sort of haggled my way back into having it for November. So yeah, this one goes off at the end of the month, unfortunately. But yeah, it's kind of fun to try out certain things. Anyway, that's what it is. Yeah. So what else are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about the fucking tour that we're doing next year with Halloween. Well, right now, everything in Europe looks pretty bleak, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that everything works out, and we cannot wait to get back on the road. This is you can't I can't overstate this how excited we are to be able to tour again. Hopefully, it's going to happen in March, and that's what we're looking at right now. Uh, yeah, it's going to be tremendous, and not just any tour with Halloween. Come on, can you imagine? I mean, we did grow up listening to Halloween, so and plus, I mean, of course, we know the guys from before. We toured with Gamma Ray a long time ago, and well, 24 years ago. Can you believe that? Uh, and we met, of course, Andy. We recorded Crimson Thunder in his studio in on Tenerife. So I mean, we know the guys quite a bit from before. So it's going to be really fun, and yeah, I can't wait to start the tour. Really. Uh, Before I do the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm just going to say that we have got a lot of things planned in the near future now. So stay tuned for things to be happening pretty quickly. We got a lot of surprises and really cool stuff happening that I think that you're going to enjoy very much. And I will sign off now. Uh, no, I'm going to do one more thing before we do that. The next HammerFall TV is going to be on Wednesday at 3:45 p.m. Central European Time. So this one was 4 p.m. Central European Time, so 15 minutes earlier than day. That's when this goes out. So Wednesday, uh, December 1st, 3:45 p.m. HammerFall TV. Don't miss it. Okay, and of course, what would it be without some sort of teaser? And that's what we're gonna do now. A teaser for the upcoming first single. I'm not allowed to mention any names or anything, but this is the very beginning of the video. It's coming out. Oh fuck! I forgot to talk about the video. Holy shit! I was gonna do that at the end, which is perfect now. Yeah, so we did record a video for the first single. We recorded it at Liseberg, which is an amusement park here in Gothenburg. They were fantastic, really nice to let us use their park. Unfortunately for us, it's Halloween season, so that was great. But unfortunately, that means also that the park is open every day, so we couldn't record anything during the opening hours, which meant that at 11 on Sunday on a Saturday we were because that's when it closed. So 11 o'clock we were allowed in, and we got to do basically whatever we wanted. I mean, we used whatever scenery we wanted to use. We talked cleared everything beforehand, obviously, but they were really gracious with everything. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much, Liseberg, for letting us make this video, because you can see it when you watch the actual video when that one comes out, because the scenery, the backgrounds, everything is just, oh, I mean, I get goosebumps just looking at it. I mean, just thinking about it or talking about it. It's fucking cool. So whenever that one comes out, it's going to be excellent. And I will leave you now with this. Oh yes, forgot one more thing. Patrick Uleus is the director of the video. He did One More Time with us. He did Second to One also last 2 years ago. He's done a million other things. He's a really famous and really great director. So he sort of pulled all these things together. Together with Joachim and myself, we were also helping out to that sort of try to get like a story and everything going on. So here we go. Teaser for the video, and that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it, and like I said, stay tuned in the next couple of days because it's going to be things happening in our social medias and stuff. Now we're starting to work again, so to speak. All right, thank you for watching very much. Appreciate it. I like you very much. No, I'm kidding, but it was really fun. I'm a bit rusty in these situations now, so it's the first time HammerFall TV in a long while. I haven't done any live streaming at all, like no gaming or anything like that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it anyway for what it is. So, without further ado, the teaser for our new video coming out soon. Not saying any times yet, but it's going to come out soon. And don't forget, special HammerFall TV on Wednesday, 3:45 p.m. Central European Time. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay metal.